This is where you live?
Oh, yes. Sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Oh, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. I have 3 brothers. I've seen a mess or two.
Well, you're being kind. I admit I hadn't realized how bad it was.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
A fortune teller?
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I have brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
I didn't know. I guess since we have this. It's lovely to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here. But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Get your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
Keep calling him Paul. Yeah, what's that about?
You keep saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
I love this person. They're amazing. You good with computers?
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
You live here?
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
See the way he talks? I thought maybe he was a creepiverse, but nah. Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
They spelled I wrong. It's A-I-G-H-T. Excuse you. It's not how A-A-B-E is spelled. How well do you know Apollo?
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
I mean, it might be. You flirt with Apollo. You're right. But also, this is fun. I like talking to Oracle. Why is this a flirt option? Because I like talking to Oracle. It's fun.
Oh, I don't know. It's cute watching you get all flustered.
Oh, that's why it's preferred option.
It's hardly productive, is it?
See, there you go again.
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
Need information.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use a computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
The one from the chorus. Huh. Yeah, is that a surprise?
You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
He's kind of scary. But, will there be trouble?
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Interesting. What were the journal updates? Okay, here we go. It appears Calliope was staying at an apartment one that belonged to Persephone, of all people, and it's actually not too far from mine. Could that be where Calliope was attacked? Am I crazy for agreeing to go check it out by myself? Calliope was one of 3 idols called the Muses, the last one still living according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they grew apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way, and apparently argued with everyone a lot. It doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol, and there may be more suspects than I imagined. I visited Calliope's apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you could imagine, and memorabilia dating back, 100 years or more. She had everything she could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. This is what it means to be the muse. Okay. More Hermes. Apollo. I went to Calliope's apartment. Who should I find there? Apollo, sitting there in the dark, in a room that had obviously been turned inside out by somebody searching for something. He says he didn't do it, and that he was there mourning Calliope. They were close for a long time, it seems, but a rift began between them a couple of years ago that never quite healed. Was it the kind of rift that might lead to her murder? For one, he keeps saying that helping me will do more harm than good. What does that even mean? According to him, his prophecies lock you into your fate as soon as you hear them. Which could be good or bad, I guess. Apparently there's not always 100% clear, so maybe he's right. Maybe it's better not to know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely through a teenage computer whiz who lives in his dump of a home. The Oracle, or just Oracle, as she insists that's just her handle. She found that the Calliope's apartment was owned by Persephone, so we're off to a nightclub to ask her why. Okay, Persephone. According to the Oracle, Persephone owns the apartment Calliope was living in, so they knew each other. They were close. I guess she's next on my list of idols to talk to, though I have a feeling she's not going to be very happy to see me. Okay, we're all cut up. I like the slow version of Adrift in the background here.
Welcome to the Underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the Underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
Huh. Is it dangerous?
There are idols here other than Persephone?
Almost guaranteed.
Is it dangerous?
Shouldn't be. But before Calliope, I would have said an idol getting murdered was next to impossible. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'm like locked into these answers. It's weird. Yeah, I'll be persuasive.
I'll figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet-talk Persephone.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
We're using the powers by accident, though. I kinda. Yeah, we ain't seen Hermes in a while. Let's talk to Hermes. Oh, we gotta talk to Eros, too. That's a new person. Let's talk to the new person first.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Got quite the outfit there, sir. How do you know Aphrodite?
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
Aphrodite is your mother? Quotation marks?
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
Is a god of sex?
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't.
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
What you doing here?
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
You enjoy that?
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
He sounds like he's having a rough time. Yeah, is everything okay, dude?
You seem a little distracted. Was everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just... Nope, never mind.
You could talk to me. Or saying it out.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to find Persephone. Thanks for the talk, though.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
You know what? Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
I don't know Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
I should go.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Let's check out Hermes.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
Are you drinking ramenade? What's your story?
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I lost track. So, I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Yeah. Why not, bro?
Why not? Maybe you can shake some dust off the other idols.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of dust.
You're right about that.
I don't think Athena would let me clean anything anyway. She won't even let me touch her spear.
How did you become an idol?
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends, and I was having trouble at home, and he helped me out. I miss him.
Is that normal?
You knew it was gonna happen? It wasn't a surprise?
He asked me before he left. So no, not a surprise.
Is that usually how it happens?
Usually, yeah.
Strange. How did you know Calliope died?
When Calliope died, you were right there. Within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
But, yeah, why? Why, though?
But why do you need to be there?
To take them where they need to go.
To take who? Calliope?
Kinda? Look, it's between the old Hermes and me, and between me and the next Hermes. That's all I can say.
Interesting. Do you know about the murder?
This is probably a stupid question, but... Do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
I feel like I'm gonna rule out Hermes as being suspicious. Hermes is just like, I don't know what's going on, dude. I just did my job, and I can respect that. Okay, she didn't like the idols.
It sounds as if she didn't much like the idols.
It was more like how you can't stand your family sometimes, even if you still love them.
Well, I need to find Persephone.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Is she that bad?
Is Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite. Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list. It's a thing.
Okay, forget I asked.
Whew! Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
See you later.
We'll see you around?
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
Thanks, Hermes. Fuck the pan. I've seen him for a bit.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pam.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
What are you doing here?
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
I see. I want to ask, how can I trust you? Because he still does seem suspicious. Mostly because of the behavior. A few things he said sound kind of sus. Is it? Thanks for the address.
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh-so-tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
You knew I'd find him?
Did you know Apollo would be at that apartment?
However would I know something like that?
See, you play innocent, but I just don't believe you.
Flatterer.
You come to the club often?
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
Okay. I don't want to ask that. I need to find Persephone.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
What if I asked nicely?
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready and I'll take you to Persephone.
Well,
I really appreciate it.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
Okay. Alright, might as well talk to Apollo before we head over there.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
I did find Smell, but this isn't your kind of place, is it?
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. I'm okay.
Can you tell me anything about Persephone?
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
Why is everyone terrified of her, yeah?
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone is angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. She has her reasons. I can't say she doesn't, but she does not let go of a grudge. 1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
That doesn't sound pleasant. What's Persephone's story?
What's Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the Underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved. Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
How much of it is true?
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
I see. That's, extreme, but possibly warranted. You killed him? Does that happen a lot?
Wait, so Hades just kidnapped her? And that was okay? Does this stuff happen a lot with the idols?
Not since the days of the Titans, which I barely remember. It was the first time one idol had killed another. I'd like to say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder. The underworld taken from her. And we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us. And honestly, I can't blame her.
Okay, so we've learned that Persephone has killed before. So we have one idol so far on our suspect list that is confirmed as having a violent past and murdering. So, high on the suspect list now. The idols have changed.
Have the idols changed much, you think, since those days?
Well, you know the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah, let's talk more about this murder.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been... I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
But you do not.
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
I see. Yeah, she's definitely sticking on the suspect list. But this could also be a red herring. We'll have to see. I did find help.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally! I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
We'll see, I guess.
Appreciate the help. Let's go. She's just standing there, menacingly.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later. I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. Yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
I have questions.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Oh, I can ask Apollo for help. I feel like that's the best option here. Because I think you can have a situation where Apollo isn't here. Since he is here, I'm gonna ask for help.
Now would be a good time to mediate, Apollo.
Is that why you're here, brother? Because you know me so well?
Because I know that you care. Far more deeply than you could ever admit.
How would you know that? You resigned. You abandoned everything and everyone who ever needed you. You don't know the first thing about me, and you never did. Just crawl back into your dark little hole, Apollo.
Dang! Ripped him a new one. No, she lived at your apartment, though.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them. A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends.
Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near, and you all alone. We both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Hello? Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone, when I use the moves I bring blessedly. Shadows don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you wanna do this in private.
You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now. The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends. We all know how it ends.
Wait, you're she the Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, P, jog my memory. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's hazy, Hades, so you're his lady? Before my time, because I'm such a baby. Please teach me my ABCs, me. I never featured in Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
You're not my queen, P. I'm alive. You got a real life muse in this basement dive. You could use a boost. Should I play a gig? Hey, word of mouth works, P. It'll be big.
Get lost, little girl.
I need a room and a rider and a cut of the
You're
bar.
making me angry.
I got needs, you see. Say please, I'll bring keys and a couple guitars.
You don't want to know how far we could
We
descend.
having fun yet? I'm sorry, what's up? Let me guess how it ends. Can't you already said?
Back off, little girl.
We're young, you're old, we live, you
You're
die.
asking for trouble.
The end, see, that's how time works. Bye-bye.
You wanna push me, so look and then see how this ends. How this always ends.
Don't you have any idea how you sound right now? We hear it all the time. The world is full of ghosts and nothing's ever born. You're choking on dust down here now. Maybe that's your cue. Time's come to move on. Make space for someone new. Someone not as bored as you. Maybe this new muse will do.
Don't use that word. You have no right to use that word. After what you did to her, why don't I just kill you and wipe the floor with you? Don't use that word. You have to fight to use that word. You don't go in and take, that's your biggest mistake, for Calliope's sake.
Wait, what word? Muse? Not use it at all? Not cool, screw you, see, it's not your call. Not a kid, but I'm innocent and I can explain. See my sunshine coming at the end of your rain. Say my name, say my name, say my name. Say, hey, you lost little girl. I'm stolen the show now. A breath of some fresher air, that's enough for them. Hello, Underworld. I'm finding a flow now. I'm not gonna slow down, and here's why it's so loud, because Is that enough, Persephone? Do we need to go another round?